This is ShadowQuant, Market Brief, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Tuesday, June 2, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. The S&P 500 closed at a new all-time high, while the VIX fell to 15.32, signaling a risk-on tone. Let's break down the day's key moves.
The S&P 500 closed at 758.54, up 0.27%. The Nasdaq 100 gained 0.6% to 742.74, while the Dow Jones rose 0.13% to 511.44. On the upside, Bain surged 99,900% after a mysterious filing. SHPWQ jumped 9,900% and DAIC climbed 3,140.54%. On the downside, F5WS dropped 99.8%, IPOFWS fell 99.77%, and SBTKW tumbled 99.6%. The technology sector led the charge, up 2.48%, while the consumer discretionary sector lagged, down 2.22%.
Now, let's look at the corporate news.
Core Scientific reported disappointing Q4 results, sending shares lower. Hive saw Bitcoin holdings drop by 331 Bitcoin, but revenue hit a record $298 million. SEC filings included 8KS from Israel Acquisitions Corp. And PTRN Pattern Group Inc. Dividend ex-dates are coming up, with SimPA, Flood, NARC, MG, and XCCC all set for June 1. No major earnings surprises today, but watch for the next wave of reports.
Turning to the macroeconomic data. The Fed funds rate stands at 3.62%, with the two-year Treasury yield at 4.5%. The 10-year two-year yield curve is flat at plus 0.41 percentage points, signaling caution. CPI rose 3.78% year-over-year, above the Fed's 2% target, adding pressure for continued hawkishness. Non-farm payrolls added 158,736,000 jobs month-over-month, with a plus 115,000 gain. Tomorrow, the BOC will announce its rate decision at 2 p.m. Eastern, followed by the ECB on Thursday and the non-farm payrolls on Friday. Now, let's check the risk environment.
Risk desk is quiet today. No elevated signals. The VIX is at 15.32, down 0.42 from yesterday.
Let's look ahead to what's next.
Watch the S&P 500 as it approaches 760, a key psychological level. The VIX remains a critical sentiment gauge. The ECB rate decision on Thursday could move the euro-dollar. Stay tuned for the non-farm payrolls on Friday, which will shape the week's direction.
If you're finding value in this analysis, support the project at patreon.com/ShadowQuant. Patrons get early access to every episode, weekly AI analyst scorecards, and daily intelligence briefs. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, hit that follow button and leave a rating. It helps more traders discover the show. We appreciate you. This is an AI-generated market briefing by ShadowQuant. All information is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Market Brief. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.